All right, all right. I done double back. Guess who's back? It's about to get real. So okay. So I promised y'all. I told y'all I was gonna be popping out some. I was gonna be popping out some footage. I was gonna make it lit, and I don't like to go back on my word. So whoop, here it is. All right. So now we have a Dear DJ video, right? Oh, Lord have mercy. I gave you guys a preview of this letter on my last unpopular opinion because I was like, wow, okay, it's teed up on here. I got to see what's going on. So let's get into the letter because I want to make sure I give y'all some feedback about what's going on, some healing. Y'all know that's what I do, right? So right now I'm sipping a little bit of water because I had a video prior to this and I was getting a little tipsy, and I don't like to be too tipsy on camera. It's one thing to, laugh and joke, but then it's another thing to be slurring and looking crazy, right? So let's get into this Dear Deidre. Here we go. It's called Baby Boy in a Bond. Dear Deidre, yo sis, I got some shit I might need you to intervene in. I love my lady. I really do. We 8 years in. I love my moms. I really do. We a lifetime in. But for a long time, it was just me and moms. Since that Negro decided to slide as soon as he busted. Ooh. So Mama Love and I are locked in, which we all, me, Mama, and Bae, know and love. But now, with my lady and I coming up on 8 years, I told Mama Love I'm on the grind and get this ring because I'm going to propose to my lady New Year 2023. I told Mama Love this year Valentine's Day 2022. When I gave her the news, I thought she would be hyped because I know she loves Bae. But her response after I said it was lukewarm. I took it as Mama Love is shocked her baby boy is taking such a big step. Well, from the moment I shared that news with Mama Love until now, it's been World War III with them. One petty incident after another. They're both two strong-minded, bullheaded women who love me, but these incidents are getting out of hand. My lady has a point about the things that have been taking place because, to be honest, Mama Love is the one igniting the BS, but I can't go against Mama Love, so I'm stuck between a brick and a boulder. Help a nigga out. Love you for life, sis, and continue helping niggas heal. Shout out to my boy Flockavelli as well. Job well done, bro. Signed, Baby Boy in a Bind. You won't break my soul. I gotta take a sip for that, right? Because number one, I hate when my friends send me Dear DJs because then I get super thirsty trying to figure out like which friend this is and what's going on. And then I start taking it on a personal level and wanting to help them. And it's like, girl, I just sent you the letter because I want it to be done anonymously. Leave me on alone. But you still want to know what's going on. I took off my glasses because sometimes they can be reflective in the camera and the lights, right? Okay. Y'all can't mean no way. My boy, baby boy. I'm call you BB. Let's start from the top, right? One of the things that I remember BB sharing was that him and Mama Love been alone ever since it sounds like Dad kind of fled the scene right after maybe she found out she was pregnant or why she was pregnant, so on and so forth. So it sounds like there's no interaction with Dad within his family, right? Okay. So it's just been you and Mama Love. The one thing that I've seen with moms and their sons, especially when it's only the mom and their son, is they hold on tight for dear life, right? And sometimes I feel like from what I've witnessed, I can't say that's the case in this situation, but sometimes I feel like from what I witnessed that hold that Mama Love has on baby boy can sometimes feel like strangulation. And I don't want to say strangulation in the sense that it's a bad thing, but I also want to say that sometimes it can be overwhelming for baby boy because baby boy might want to kind of get out and spread his wings and do things that are not conducive to what Mama Love felt like the plan should be. Right, so I can't honestly say for sure if that's the case in this situation per se, but what I can say is that it does sound like Mama Love is having some struggles about baby boy stepping out and spreading his wings. And the reason why I'm going to say it's Mama Love's issue, because it's from what you explained prior to you sharing with Mama Love that you were going to propose and get more serious with this young lady. She let a girl. She let the girl love her, everybody making the situation work out perfectly. So it seems like the issue kind of got underway once you told Mama Love, listen here, I'm taking this one a little serious than I normally do, you know. And I could see how that could be an issue for Mama Love, right? And also, it probably is an issue because one of the questions that I would have to ask you is Mama Love involved with somebody? Is she seeing anybody? Is she in a relationship? Is she dating? Does she entertain those type of thoughts, feelings, or behaviors? Because if not, then that means the sole focus of Mama Love life is baby boy, right? And if baby boy is saying that his sole focus of his life is about to be on another woman, that ain't gonna go well for Mama Love. That ain't gonna play out right. That's not gonna be the best thing. I don't care who the woman is, and I don't care how much she likes the woman, right? Right now, baby boy, what I think you need to do is, number one, right? I think you need to have some serious, deep, and transparent conversation with Bae. Okay, because I come from a big family. I come from a very close-knit family. I'm also in a very serious relationship. And when you have those two combinations, you want to make sure that one does not cancel out the other because of what could take place between the two, right? So I've always made it clear that I'm for my family. I love my family. I got their back. I'm on their side. That's who God gave me. I'm appreciative of them and I love them, right? When I got into a serious relationship, one of the things that I was very clear on conveying is that, check this out, I love my family. I got their back. I'm on their side. I even give solid examples of what it looks like to be very, very much in support of your family. Like case in point, I remember giving my boyfriend the example of if we ever are in the presence of my brothers and them and I get into a heated argument, which very rarely, if ever, happens, and then it gets physical, which never happens. But these are just examples that I'm giving, right? And they put their hands on me, the only thing that I would like for you to do is remove me from that situation and get me home. And then when we get home, you have all right to say to me, listen, Khadijah, as your man, I love you, and I'm not going to sit up there and watch your brothers physically harm you. So therefore, I don't need to go over there no more. I will respect that. But I made it clear that the moment that you decide to say, well, let me put your hands on my brother, my cousin, my uncle, I'm siding with my family. Again, a lot of folks don't agree with that. I don't ask them to. I'm just giving out the parameters of the family that I was raised in, right? That's my example towards in my relationship. But in all fairness to the man that I chose and I love and I see a future with, I have to also make sure that folks respect him. So in that same regard that I'm asking my man to have respect for my family, I'm telling my family, have respect for my man. So when anything comes his way from my family that I may feel, knowing him so well, will offend him, I interject and I intercede. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because I do not want to put him in a predicament where he has to choose his own self-respect versus my family, because I want him to choose my family, but I have to be honest and say I can't ask him to compromise his self-respect, right? So I think the first conversation, baby boy, has to be with Bae, right? It sounds like y'all kind of did have some conversation prior to this, but y'all had conversation without incident, from what it sounds like to me. So it sounds like you had conversations with her, but nothing had happened at that time. So it's like, okay, yeah, we talked about, yeah, you love your mother, you come from a good family. That's probably one of the reasons why I love you. Or maybe y'all didn't have conversation. She could just see up front that you're a man who loves his family, which made her be attracted to you, if I'm guessing right. And she can appreciate that. So she knows I can't disrespect Mama Love because he loved Mama Love. But that conversation was probably had prior to Mama Love, quote unquote, because you didn't say disrespected your lady, but you did say that she can ignite some tumultuous situations, Mama Love. So that was prior to Mama Love being weird with Bay. Because I think everything is perfectly fine if that's not what's happening at the moment. But then when it's happening, I'll let you know if it's fine. Right? So I think that Bay could be on board and in agreement with you love your mother, you respect your mother, and because of that, certain things ain't gonna rock. And she probably agree with that. But now, when the certain things are happening to me, sweetie, I'm not you. So the things that you might let rock and slide because you're baby boy, I don't know if I'm willing to do that now that I'm experiencing it, right? And again, I could be wrong about this train of thought about Bay. I'm just trying to tackle every aspect. So I think because of that, I think the first conversation before anybody else has to happen with Bay, right? Because I think that's the more reasonable conversation, because you need to hear the perspective of where Bay is coming from. You will have some folks that will tell you, listen, I hear all that you offer family and all that, but the moment somebody disrespect me, I don't care. I have to defend myself. So you got to kind of hear what's Bay perspective, because it does not sound like, and from what you said, you are willing to disconnect from mom. So there has to be some parameters set on how Bay deals with mom in adverse situations. So I think, my opinion, sorry, I have to drink some water because I have the hiccups. My opinion is you might need to have some conversation with Bay first about what it looks like when adverse situations present themselves and what is her parameters. Because sometimes when folks let you know what their parameters are, it lets you know what you can continue to do moving forward. So like case in point, I just use my boyfriend. Let's just say he'd have said to me, well, listen, I hear all that, what you saying, but if I see your brothers violating, I'm shooting them, I'm beating them down, I'm not playing. Oh. That's an indication right there that you might not be a good fit for me and my family. And again, like I said, my brothers have never, in all of my 40 years of living on this earth, my brothers have never been physical with me. So it's not like I anticipate that happening. But I want to cover all ground. If maybe one of them get on some doggone pills that make them go crazy and they try it, I just want my spouse to be aware of what their parameters is, because that affects our relationship. I'm not willing to go to war with my family over my spouse, and I'm not willing to go to war over my spouse with my family. So therefore, there are parameters set to let you know what can and can't be done. Right? So I think the first initial conversation has to happen with Bay. What is Bay parameters? Because she may tell you, nah, I'm cool with Mama Love doing da, but the moment she do X, Y, and Z, I might slap her. Like you have to be very clear on her parameters, because you don't want to set mom up and you don't want to set you up for a tumultuous situation. So first, grab Bay, and I want you to give out some concrete examples of some of your mother's behaviors, because you know your mother. You've been around her your whole life, so you know what she might do in a moment of adversity. So I need you to present some of the worst situations to Bay and let you hear some feedback, because again, people will tell you things until the situation presents itself, but at least you kind of hear and can get a proper stance of where you want to move after you hear some of the things that person might do. And also pay attention to body language, because somebody might be telling you from here to the wazoo, oh, no, I'm a chill, but then their body language suggests that when something adverse came up, they were not chilling. So these are the things that I think you need to pay attention to first for Bay, because what it sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, is I don't think you're willing and I don't think you want to risk losing either one of these women. But I think that Mama Love may trump the relationship that you have with Bae. And so not to set yourself up for failure with either one, you have to know these ladies' parameters. So have that conversation with Bae first, because once you have that conversation, you can make an assessment if you have a future with this woman or not, right? That's one. Two is, I think you need to sit Mama Love down and have some real transparent talk. In the process of you having that transparent conversation, I need you to be very clear and very aware that you guys may not always see eye to eye, and you may not do what she wants you to do, which might be what she's used to because you're a baby boy, right? And it will be a struggle and a tussle if there's some differences in opinion, because then it will boil down to you only moving this way because of this other person. And you have to clarify with Mom that I am moving this way because of the situation I have with this other person, but not because of them. They don't trump you, right? So let's give some examples. Let's just say you say, Mom, I want to talk to you because I'll say the young lady name is Vivian. I don't know. You didn't say her name in the Dear Deidre, but let's just say you say, hey, Mom, I want to talk to you because Vivian said that you were cursing at her, right? So Mama Love is probably known for cursing all the time, but Vivian may come from a background where cursing may be offensive to her. So she may share with you that, listen, I don't really want to be around your moms because she starts cursing at me. That makes me feel a way, right? Your mom won't understand that because cursing may be something that she does naturally. But if you break down to her how she could try to scale back because of the way it makes your lady feel, if you're very stern on advocating for your woman's feelings, Mom can see that. You can also be very stern on sharing with her, but that does not mean that I don't consider your feelings. So it's not like you're saying, hey, stop doing things that you can't stop doing, which is i.e. advocating for you, whatever. I'm just asking you to be a little bit more mindful of the things that you may be used to because they're offensive to another person that I care about. And that's just like if you were in between Mom and Dad. Mom would be very aware that you love Dad. That has nothing to do with, or it can't take away from how much you love her, but you love Dad as well. So she won't be as offended when you come to advocate for Dad because she knows that he's another person that you love. You have to kind of paint that picture for her regarding Bae. The same thing. Am I saying that Bae means more to me than you? Am I saying that I love Bae more than I love you? Am I saying that I'm willing to run off into the sunset and leave you and go with Bae? No. I'm saying that I want you lovely ladies to be able to coexist in the same space. And because I want that and I know what it's going to take, I'm trying to go back and forth between the both of you to make this run smoothly. Right? That's one. I think, too, that you need to address what you shared with her and how it made her shift, if that is the case. Because again, remember, this is just the assumption that she may have shifted because of what you shared with her. She may have shifted for something other than that. So I think that you need to have some really, really, really honest conversation with Mama Love. Like, listen, I feel like, and this is all in a moment of transparency, I feel like you shifted when I told you X, Y, and Z. And then asking, is that what happened? Or did you shift prior to and I didn't notice? Did you shift after and I didn't notice? And if it was before or after, can you share with me why? Because the shift didn't make things better, it made things worse. And because I'm looking to make things better for all three of us, let me know what I can do. Right? If Mama Love shifted before, she'll share. If Mama Love shifted after because she noticed something, she'll share. But if she shifted because of what you shared with her, she's not going to be transparent with that. She's not. You're going to have to dig a little deeper to get her to pull that out, because what I know about people is revealing their genuine feelings when they're not in favor or they're not to the liking of everyone else is very hard for people. You know, it's very hard for people. So like case in point, say for example, I didn't like your jacket, so I didn't want to hang around you. Instead of me being honest saying to you, you know, I didn't like your jacket, so I didn't want to hang out with you, I would make up every other excuse under the sun to say why I didn't want to hang out with you, when the reality of it is, it's just because I didn't like your jacket. But if I share that, nobody else will be in favor of that. So that's why I don't want to share that. So I think that Mama Love would be a little bit apprehensive about sharing that she feels away because you're taking this young lady as serious that's proposing to her. So she may try to use other things to pad that with. And what I need you to do is be able to assess if that's what's happening, break that down, and work through that with Mama Love. Because again, I cannot guarantee that she will be forthcoming enough to flat out say that. That's not a popular opinion. Because then it will show that she may feel a tinge of jealousy, which she has no right to feel. You're her baby boy. Y'all have been inseparable since the time of your inception. So although it may be okay for her to feel that way, it may not be popular, and she doesn't want the judgment of other people, and definitely not of you or the girlfriend. So she may try to insulate it with other things if it is that, if that is the case. Right? And if it's not the case and she does have solid concrete examples of things that made her shift, then you guys need to talk through that and work through that. And once you and Mama Love have talked through some of the things she shared and some of the things she's feeling, then by all means get all three of y'all together and work through it. But what I will say is make sure you have the basis of both these ladies' argument before you bring them together. Because what will end up happening is both of them will be screaming and hollering over you, because that's what women do. You won't be able to get a word in edgewise, and even when you do get a word in, you don't really know the backstory of it because you didn't get both of their perspectives. So now you looking stupid, and when you try to get that word in, they're going to shut you down again and begin screaming and yelling at each other to prove their point. So my suggestion is go to your lady, get all the aspects of her argument, go to your mom, get all the aspects of her argument, and then be able to bring them together. And when they try to share, you can also add input to say, listen, this is what it looks like from the outside looking in, and I want you ladies to be able to coexist, so help me help y'all. You know? But this is going to take a lot of patience, and this is going to take a lot of understanding, because what I realized with men, and I know this to be true over and over and over again, is that men don't pay attention to 80% of the things that women pay attention to. Right? Me and my boyfriend will be somewhere, and 4 things will happen with another woman, where she tried to be funny, where she tried to be shady, so on and so forth. My boyfriend, after I tell him, like, you didn't peep that? He would be totally oblivious. What they said? What that mean? I heard them. She was, and I'm looking at him like, you didn't peep that? You didn't see the weird shit? And he like, no, that's a girl. Like, men do not pick up on everything that women pick up on. And the reason why we're so intuitive is because we're so emotional. And that's all women. Don't let no woman tell you, oh, I don't go on with the antics that other women. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You just may find a more polished way to go on with those antics, but yes, you do. And I'm almost sure that Mama Love probably displayed some antics. I'm almost sure that Bae either returned or initially displayed some of her own, and that's why the friction is there. And it's also there because instead of them being able to go and talk to each other, they're now both backed into their corners waiting for the next one to make a move. And you have to be the middleman to say, listen, I don't want this for my family. I don't want this for my family. I love both of y'all, and I know both of y'all are good women. So let me know how we can coexist. And also being able to accept that coexisting may not be perfect to any one of y'all, as long as it's respectful and able to take place. Because you do not want to lose your mother, and I'm sure from what you explained about your lady, you don't want to lose Bae either. So you have to get them both to a middle ground that even if they're not friends and spending every holiday together, they're able to coexist respectfully. Because if not, you will always be left with the choice of choosing between the two, and you will always be letting someone down. And you do not want to do that. You do not want to let down the woman that birthed you, and you do not want to let down the woman that you see a future with. So, baby boy, baby boy, baby boy, my real suggestion to you is come see me. Come see me. Come see me with Bay. And no, first of all, you come see me alone to have a one-on-one session because I think there's some areas you slacked in as well. Come see me with Bay so I can help facilitate the conversation of moving forward as a family unit. Come see me with Mom so I can assist you in facilitating the conversation of the dynamic of this family unit has changed. And let me tell you what has changed. I'm bringing in another woman, and this is my expectations for you as my mom. And then come see me and bring in both ladies so we can all have the conversation about what the future of being your mom and your missus look like. Okay, so is it a tangly web we weed? 100%, baby boy, 100%. But you said in the letter, yo, sis, I might need you to intervene. I'm trying to have your back here. I'm trying to have your back here. Let me. Okay, I'm here. Hit me up. Let me know how this went. Let me know if I helped in my feedback. Whoever you are, you must be my boy, and I must have your back because I gave you some legit and exclusive feedback to heal your heart and to help you with Mama Love and Bay. Love you. Hope I'm invited to the wedding, the baby shower, and any other big things that you guys have moving forward. And I hope the ladies could get it together, if only sheerly on the strength of the love that they have for you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is another Dear DJ over and out. I did my thing as per usual. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you provide me with feedback. Make sure you let me know what's going on. I'm here. Tomorrow starts Operation Heal 100 Hearts, 100 Days of Healing. I hope you guys embark on that journey because that's called Soft Girl Season. Soft Girl Season. So from November 1st to February 9th, we trying to be our most soft, demure self. We are in Soft Girl Season. I am not a thug. I don't want to fight. Okay, but we have to really, really navigate what that looks like. Alrighty, thank you guys for tuning in. More content will be cranked out. Love you, love you, love you all, and stay tuned.